Okay, so 7th graders, here we go. We are going to paint the lollipop with 3 tones. Acrylic paint dries very quickly, and it also mixes very well when it is wet. So first thing I did was I painted the whole thing white so it would really shine through. And now I'm using my brush to create that curve. I'm also going to go ahead and turn my canvas. That way it's easier to get all the sections. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting this light coat of a medium pink, and then I'm going to add some other value. So value refers to the darkness or the lightness of a color. I'm going to mix a dark value and a light value in the white, in the pink, so it has more than one value. The more value something has, the more form it has. Form makes something look three-dimensional. So right now it is just a solid pink. Next step is I'm going to make a section darker. So what do I have? I have a little popsicle stick. I'm going to scoop up a little bit of pink. I'm going to scoop up a little bit of blue. And then I'm going to combine the two, making a darker pink. Now you could use purple for this. You could use red for this. You can use the pink straight out of the bottle and then use white in increasing measures to make it a little bit darker. So now what I'm going to do is I have a purpley color and I'm going to paint a moon shape, like a crescent moon shape. So on one side where the light is not, I'm just going to paint a crescent moon shape. So crescent moon would be like a side of a moon, okay, just like a side of a moon, and then I'm going to blend it in. So I have a darker edge. It's a little bit darker. Okay, I'm going to go in with a smidge more of color to make it even darker. Okay, so now I'm adding more value. So I have a dark edge, and then I'm pulling the color in, working wet on wet. Okay, now, great. Can blend that in. We'll go with a little bit more pink. Now we need a lighter color. So to make the lighter color, I'm going to mix the pink with a little bit of white. So I have my pink, and I'm going to use white. And again, I'm making a moon shape. So I'm using the pink and the white together, mixing it in my palette. And the palette's where you mix all of your colors. And then I'm going to put the light. Again, it's going to be like that moon shape. Regular pink in the middle, and then the lighter pink on the edge. If your color, like mine, is a smidge sheer, you can add a little bit of white to it to make it a little bit more solid. And then you can even add a little white shine on your lollipop as well. Next step, I'm going to grab a paper towel and just wipe my brush to create the wrapper. So the wrapper is sheer. The only thing we see on the wrapper is the light reflection. So light reflection would be white. So I'm working with a teeny tiny brush, and now I'm just going to outline my wrapper. This is going to be like a dip and dot. So a dip and a drag, a dip and a drag. My focus is to make my lines as thin as possible. Now your lines should be a little bit irregular. The more irregular they are, the more natural or realistic they're going to look. The lines can overlap. Look at that. You can overlap your candy. After you do your lines, you would add a little bit of a shadow glaze. And then once you've added your shadow glaze, the candies are going to look so incredibly realistic. So I would just continue with a tiny little brush, getting nice bright white all over my candies.